My name is Sylvia Lamley, and I'm a senior at the Portland Waldorf High School. And I love to play music. That's kind of just one of my favorite things in life. I joined Portland Waldorf High School in 9th grade.
Hello, my name is Calvin Northpike Dobson, and I've been at Portland Waldorf since about 4th grade. I really enjoyed that transition from 8th to 9th grade because I got to see a lot of my familiar classmates, but then also a lot of new friends join. Got to meet a lot of cool people. And then my hobbies, well, I just got back from an ultimate frisbee tournament down in California with Wolfpack Ultimate, where we got second in the tournament, which was a big win for us. But yeah, now we're ranked 15th nationally, which is really exciting.
Hi, my name is Piper Bringman, and I am a senior at the Portland Waldorf High School. I joined Portland Waldorf School in 2007 as a preschooler and have spent every year of my education here.
Some of the most meaningful lessons I've learned during my high school experience have been knowing how to ask for help. And we learned really clearly, really soon after I joined the school, that one of the things that the teachers try to really bring forth during our time here is how to advocate for yourself. And I have learned how to advocate for myself on multiple different levels. I have a learning difference with math, and I probably wouldn't have graduated high school if it hadn't been for my math teacher here. And that just means so much to me. You know, when you're out in the world after high school, your teachers aren't going to advocate for you. You have to advocate for yourself. And that is a huge lesson that I've learned.
The most meaningful lesson I learned in high school was truly how to ask for help and how to ask clarifying questions when I needed to. If I was confused about an assignment, or I misunderstood something, or I just really needed clarity on a social situation or something along those lines, I felt really safe to go and reach out to my teacher and say, I don't understand this, and know that they would be very accepting and very accommodating and would happily explain everything again or clarify what they needed to.
Oh boy, have I grown and developed. So freshman year, I walked in, remember the first day, shook everyone's hand. That's one of the Waldorf ways of welcoming everyone, starting that community on the first day. It's just really special. I really grew to enjoy people's company instead of computers' company, if that makes sense. And I think that that's one of the ways that Portland Waldorf School has really allowed me to grow and develop, is just building community and learning to support myself and others.
Yeah, I think I pretty much just learned a lot about boundaries, and how to manage my time was a big one. Learning how to balance academics and personal time and rest and sleep, and all of that is a lot to juggle. And so being in high school over these 4 years has been a really nice, I feel like, practice run for my life outside of high school, of how to, work toward a goal and to set consistent, deadlines for myself, but also to recognize that I'm not a superhuman and I need to take time to rest and to do things that make me happy and fill me up from the inside out. And I think that that's, definitely one of the biggest lessons that I've learned.
I think that people don't understand how many opportunities Waldorf gives to their students. Some of the parts of the curriculum are just incredibly niche, I guess, but they're also really beautiful. It opens a lot of pathways for you that you can take, specifically around college applications and resumes, because Waldorf incorporates so many different things into its curriculum with music and art and woodworking and handworking. And it really inspires dedication to things, and it really inspires like just a willingness to try new things without fear.
I think something that people don't really understand about the Waldorf High School experience is that, at least from my perspective, I've gone to Waldorf my whole life, but jumping from 8th grade to 9th grade and starting in high school is a big difference. In the lower grades, it's a lot more, there's a lot less pressure academically. And for me, going to high school was a huge transition. There was, it's just a lot more academically demanding than I think people realize, and not in a bad way at all. I think that people don't really take Waldorf seriously sometimes. And so I would say that, it is a education that has a real intention, and everything that is presented for a reason. And it may not look like that from the outside, but I think that that's something that people don't really understand all the time about Waldorf.
I think that a lot of people see Waldorf as this little artsy-fartsy school that's kind of like, based for like kindergartners through like maybe 4th graders. Like they come and visit a Waldorf school and they go to the kindergarten and the pre-K, and they see all these like silks and wool and all this stuff that's like soft and welcoming, and like they're like, yeah, this is great for like a little kid who like doesn't necessarily need to learn the alphabet yet, or like maths, or like all that kind of stuff. And I think that they don't quite understand that in 9th grade there's this huge shift that happens. Like there's still like that like welcoming support that's there. Like maybe it's not the silks and wool, but it's like the teachers and students who are like, hey, let me help you out with this. I think that a lot of parents are like, oh, my kid's not going to be able to grow and be ready for college here. Like, I was surprised, because I kind of had that in my mind too, where I was like, oh, am I going to be ready to go to like a college where there's going to be all these crazy courses, these professors who expect me to write these big long papers, And I think that I really started to take off in my learning. And I think that that's something that parents need and students need to be aware of, that there's a lot that Waldorf can provide in learning and in community.
So the connection that I have had with my teachers has made all the difference. There could be, a class that I wasn't, really that good at, or that I didn't feel passionate about. But if the teacher was passionate about it, and if the teacher, explained the importance of, why I was taking that class, I was okay. Like, I didn't have to, drudge along too much wondering like why I was doing what I was doing. And so I think that that is maybe something that people don't always get to experience in school or in high school. And one of my favorite things about this school is that we really have a personal connection with the teachers. We have conversations with them at lunch. If I have like a common interest with another teacher, like with my music teacher, and I've gone on tangents with teachers about subjects that we're both passionate about. And I think that that makes all the difference in making your learning experience interesting and engaging, and that is something that I wish everyone could experience as well.
I think Waldorf is a very special thing. I love Waldorf. I think it offers a lot of opportunities in art, in music, in teacher connection, in student connection. And I think that I wish everyone could be as supported as I was in my learning trajectory. I think that there are a lot of students who struggle with learning differences in disabilities, whatever you want to call it, who don't get the support, who don't have the tutors at their school, who don't have those teachers who are like, yeah, here's a solution to this thing that you're really struggling with. So I wish everyone could have that, because it's pretty amazing. I think it's gotten to me where I am today.
I think some of my favorite memories from high school have been just the trips that we've gone on out into nature. And, it takes a lot of preparation to like get packing lists and everything together. But the ways in which we have connected as a class or as a group on these trips out in nature, whether it's like, just camping or a kayaking trip that we went on earlier this year in our senior year, there's really, like, you feel different when you get back from trips like these. And I just have so many memories of like staying up and looking at the stars and hanging out with friends or hanging out with people that I wouldn't normally spend time with in day-to-day life at school. So I just really appreciate the memories and opportunities that get to come from these excursions out in the wilderness.
Yeah, so one of my favorite memories was going on the kayaking trip in senior year. It was really incredible. There were about 2 to 3 people in the boat, and it was just amazing because, like, yeah, you really connect with that one person on the boat, and like you're still in a group of people, but like then coming onto shore and just really connecting with people on shore and like spending time around the campfire, getting to know each other.